Children, now let's see very important experiment to prove air has weight. Air exerts pressure. So before going to that, let me explain. Air has weight and exerts pressure. Air has weight. Children, do you know that air has a weight and air exerts pressure also? We feel the pressure of the air, but how can you tell that the air has weight? For that there are few experiments. Let's see. First one, air is a real substance. Air is a real substance. It has weight and exerts pressure. Air pressure on the earth's surface is equal in all directions. So we know that we have four directions: east, west, okay, north and south. So in all these directions, okay, air exerts same pressure, same pressure, same pressure, same pressure. In all directions, air exerts same pressure, okay. So air pressure on earth's surface is equal in all directions. So we cannot feel pressure. We cannot feel pressure. The pressure exerted by air, the pressure exerted by air upon the earth is called atmospheric pressure. So here the pressure exerted by the air upon the earth is called atmospheric pressure. But I told you that we feel the pressure of the air. Okay, how can we feel the pressure of the air? When there is a heavy wind. When there is a heavy wind, yes, you can feel the heavy wind, pressure of heavy wind, okay, on your clothes and at the same time on your skin also. So here, air pressure on earth's surface is equal. No doubt, air pressure on earth's surface is equal. When this pressure is equal in all directions, we cannot feel. But when the pressure is more in one direction, we can feel. So the pressure exerted by the air upon the earth's surface is called atmospheric pressure. Now it is an experiment, okay, see, to study that air exerts pressure. What is the aim? To study that air, okay, to study that air exerts pressure. To study that air exerts pressure. Now, for any experiment, you can take aim, the materials or the things required, and the procedure, which is nothing but the steps, and finally the result, which is called consequence. So in science or EVS, these are the, when you are going to write an experiment, you have to follow these things. First one is aim. Second one is materials or the things or the apparatus required. Third one is the procedure or the process or the steps. Fourth one is the result or inference or the consequence. So these, if you write like this, it fetches you good marks. So here, what are the things that are required to do this experiment? So that is things needed. Things needed. What are the things, children? Gas jar. What is this? Gas jar. Next one is a trough. Gas jar, trough, water, gas jar, trough, water, covering lid of glass jar. Covering lid of glass jar. So the things or the materials that are required are gas jar, trough, water, covering lid of glass jar. So these are the things that are required to perform this activity or experiment. Now let's go for the steps. So this is the things required. This is the aim. Let's go for the steps. Steps means procedure or process. Children, what you have to do? Let us see the steps. Take a gas jar and a trough. So this is a gas jar. Okay, and one more trough I am taking. Okay, so this gas jar should be filled with water, and the trough also should be filled with water. And after that, what you have to do? You have to cover the mouth. See here, the gas jar one end is closed, the other end is open. Now what you have to do? You have to, after filling the jar with water, you have to close the mouth of the jar with a lid. You have to close the mouth of a jar with a lid. So first step is take a gas jar and a trough. Second step is fill both of them with water. Third step is cover the mouth of the jar with a lid. Next step, here see. Invert the jar over the water in a trough. Now what you have to do? Invert. What you have to do, children? Invert the jar. Invert means, for example, here see, this is the original position. Now inversion means, yes, reversing. So here, this is original position. Now you have to invert this jar. Now you have to invert this jar into the trough like this. Now the closed end moves upwards. Here it is downwards. Now the closed end moves upwards. Now you have to remove the lid. After inverting, you have to remove the lid. The water does not come out into the trough. The level of the water in both is different. So after inversion, after keeping the jar of water into the trough of water and remove the lid, what do you observe? The water does not come out into the trough. Usually we feel that water may falls in the trough, but it doesn't come out. What is the reason? So the reason is consequences. Air exerts pressure on the surface of water in the trough, and this pressure keeps the water high in the jar. So here what happens? The pressure occurs. The pressure occurs. When you open, the pressure occurs. So this due to this pressure, what is that pressure? Air pressure only. Due to this pressure, the water won't comes into the trough, but the level of the water becomes high. The level of the water becomes high. So air exerts pressure on the surface of the water in the trough, and this pressure keeps the water high in the jar. This pressure keeps the water high in the jar. When there is no pressure, see children, when there is no pressure, when there is no air pressure, this water falls into the trough. But due to the presence of the pressure only, the water in the gas jar will be remaining like that. Okay, right. So this is the consequence. So here, this is an experiment. From this experiment, what did you conclude? Yes, air exerts pressure. Now let's go for uses of air pressure. Okay, children, so far we have seen the experiment that air exerts pressure. Now let's see that what are the uses of air pressure. We use air pressure in many ways. First one, to pull ink into fountain pens. What is the first one, children? To pull ink. Children, nowadays you are having ballpoint pens. But do you know fountain pens? Fountain pens. So these fountain pens are, they used to work with the help of the ink. So here the air pressure used to pull the ink from the bottle into the pen, which is very useful. So the ink from the bottle will be pushed into the pen by using air pressure. Second one, to draw medicines. To draw medicines. To draw medicine into medicine dropper. Into medicine dropper and syringe. Or syringe. Children, you have seen already, while giving injection, the nurses or the doctors, they what they will do? Yes, they will pull the syringe. Okay, by keeping the syringe in the medicine. When they pull like this, automatically the medicine, okay, come into that dropper or the syringe. This here also air pressure is useful. Due to that air pressure only, the medicine is coming into the syringe or dropper. Third one, cycle, car and bus tires are filled with air for smooth driving. So for smooth driving, vehicles are filled with air. So like cycles, you know that when your cycle tire is flat or with less air, you will go to that puncture shop or any air pump, and automatically what they will do, either they will pump with the help of the hand or directly they will keep that pipe into that, okay, tire. Yes or no? Inside the tube will be there, and they will remove the valve and they will keep. And automatically the pressure, due to that air pressure only, the air will be entering into the tire. Like that, cycles, cars, okay, even any motorcycles, buses, tires are filled with air for smooth driving. Fourth one, to draw water using water pumps. To draw water. To draw water using water pumps. Children, do you know water pumps? So the water from the down can be drawn into the up, okay, with the help of the air pressure only. To suck the juice through the straw. Children, you observe so many cool drinks or so many juices, we will drink with the help of the straw. When you do like this, when you pull that juice, the air pressure you can feel in the straw. Okay, the air pressure will be useful, and due to that air pressure only, the juice is coming into your mouth. So that is the fifth one, to suck the juice. And sixth one, to make hot air balloons. To make hot air balloons. Children, do you know air balloons? Yes. So that hot air balloon is filled with the air, and due to this is only for pressure. You can see this, the balloon, hot air balloon here figure. And to rotate windmills for grinding. So to make hot air balloons, and to rotate windmills. So the windmills are also works in the principle of air pressure only. When the windmills rotate, automatically that is useful for grinding. So these are the uses of the air pressure. To pull up ink into the fountain pens, first one. To draw medicine into the syringe or dropper. Third one, to fill the cycle, car or bus tires with air for smooth driving. To draw water using water pumps. To suck the juice through the straw. To make hot air balloons, and to rotate windmills for grinding. So these are the uses of the air pressure. Okay.